Joining me right now on Elizabeth Warren's attempt to divide the country, Women for Trump National Co-Chair, Gina Loudon. Gina, good to see you.
Good to be with you.
All right, so what's that about? I mean, divide. I mean, I guess there were no minorities, right, on stage, so she had to go for gender. Usually it's race, but now it's gender.
And this is where their division and their gender identity politics, Trish, has gotten them. This has been the same song and dance that they gave us in the last election and the one before that, frankly. And it's like they can only operate, Trish, from some sort of muscle memory of division. But it isn't working for them, and the American people are tired of it. Why not a single word, Trish, about economic growth? Because that's the kind of issue that gets most women excited when they're thinking about who they want for a candidate.
She talked about how she was going to grow our economy. She was going to give free this, free that, free this, free that, AOC style math, as I said. That's where the growth allegedly is coming from, if it's not climate change.
That's going to sink the economy, Trish, and you say that every single night on your show, and most women are smart enough to figure that out. Here's the thing. Under this Trump economy, 3.5 million women have jobs that didn't have them under the Democrats and Obama. 1.5 million women have been pulled out of poverty. I think those women, those millions of women who were maybe watching this debate last night, if they weren't watching the president at the rally like many of us were, I think those women were looking for some sort of indication from those people on that stage that they weren't going to destroy their jobs and their economic opportunity that has been created by this president. They want to know that the Democrats are not going to do anything to take them back to where they were pre-Trump, right?
Let me get to this whole, let me get to the whole Bernie thing, right? So she says that he said to her, a woman cannot win. And he said, no, I never said that. And then some tape surfaced from the 1980s where he was talking about how a woman would be president. I don't know, is it even at this point really matters? I mean, what I think about, right, is, and maybe I'm the outlier, but I don't think so, Gina. I think about policy. Right? I actually think about the economic stuff. I think about, are we safer as a nation? We hardly heard anything last night on Iran, by the way, just a few questions off the top. Are we safer as a country? The answer to those things are yes, we're safer. Yes, we're growing more than we've ever grown in the last 50 years. The job market, the best it's been in 50 years and the best ever for women. I'm not voting because someone's a woman. I'm voting for her policy or his policy, which means I wouldn't vote for Bernie either.
Right, because they're both socialists. I mean, let's just get that out of the way and be clear about that. And most women know that socialists, the first people hurt in socialist economies are, by the way, minorities and women. And that's why minorities and women have flourished under Trump, who obviously understands economics because he's worked in it his entire life. Somebody like Bernie or somebody like Elizabeth Warren are going to take us back to an economy that doesn't work for those who tend to fall behind in that sort of economy.
It's a lousy message. You'd think they'd be more creative.
Yes.
You'd think, right? Like right now, how do you fight the guy who's got the best economy on record? 29,000, by the way, on the Dow. We're making history, Gina. The trade deal with China, all of these things. How do you fight that? You say we're going to reinvent the economy? I don't think that's a message that plays in Peoria, as they say.
No, and that's exactly why about 23%, I believe, of the folks who show up at the Trump rallies are actually registered Democrats. If I were the Democrats, I might be changing my tune at this point.
It would be the smart thing to do, but, you know, no one said they were smart. Gina, good to see you. Thank you so much. Candy.